Hello and welcome back to another episode of Clark and Addison, Born into the Ivy. I'm your host, and this is your midweek episode. Obviously, there are no first series of the week as they just finished the All-Star Game and Home Run Derby. How cool was it to see our guys out there? Matthew Boyd and Pete Armstrong for the first time, and Kyle Tucker for his first time as a Cub, but hopefully not the last time for any of them. In today's episode, we will have a preview of the Boston Red Sox series, talk about what some rumors are going about, and about with the trades. We will also give out some first half rewards and what we hope happens for the second half as well. Remember, the best way to help grow the podcast is to listen to every episode, like the episode, share the episode with your friends, and if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe so that you never miss an episode. Join our Facebook group and our Instagram groups at Clark and Addison, Born into the Ivy, and don't forget to follow our Twitter with the same handle. This is where I would generally do a recap from the recent series, but hey, Cal Raleigh won the Home Run Derby, and the NL won the All-Star Game with a hit-off. Previews for the next week, the Boston Red Sox. First things first, the Red Sox are coming into this game as the hottest team in baseball. They have won 10 in a row and 12 of their last 13. That's the bad news. The good news, hopefully, is that only 3 of those 13 games was on the road against the Nationals. The Red Sox have gone 32-20 at home, but only 21-25 on the road. They do have a 27-23 record against teams above 500, though, which isn't too bad, folks. They have firmly put themselves back in the playoff picture and in the divisional picture. Nothing short of a complete meltdown these next couple weeks is going to make them a seller, so we can kiss the idea of trading for Lucas Giolito or Aroldis Chapman or anyone else from there goodbye. The Sox score 4.6 runs per game on the road, which is down significantly from how much they score at home, but is still 12th in the majors. They have a team ERA of 4, which is almost a half run worse than at Fenway, and is good for 15th in the league, right in the middle of the pack. However, we will be facing some of their best options as starters this weekend, with everyone on full rest, including lefty stud Garrett Crochet in the finale. Their bullpen has pitched very well this season with the 5th best bullpen ERA in baseball. The bullpen is led by Aroldis Chapman and Justin Wilson, both former Cubs, and the starters are led by southpaw Garrett Crochet, Lucas Giolito, and Brayan Bello. I'll get it right. Pitching matchups will be on Friday, Lucas Giolito versus Colin Ray. Saturday, Brayan Bello versus Shota Imanaga. And Sunday, Garrett Crochet versus, still unannounced, last I saw. I am hopeful that the Sunday starter is Matthew Boyd. I'm really not sure why it wouldn't be unless there's a possible trade in the works, and they're just wanting to wait and have Boyd start against the Royals. I don't know. At this point, it's Thursday night. I just don't see that happening. It doesn't make sense to me for it not to be Boyd and for them to start Horton. I don't know. I'm not sure who else would be starting between those two. Mid-season awards. For most surprising and a good most surprising, I've got Michael Busch with a 925 OPS and a WRC plus of 160 leading all the Cubs. And a bad most surprising, I've got Ian Happ. He hasn't been bad per se, but by his standards he has. Currently has a career low in OPS at 701 and a WRC plus of 102. The unsung hero, in my opinion, is Seiya Suzuki. I know he gets love. I don't think he gets nearly enough love. The dude has 77 RBIs out in the first half. And he still wasn't on the All-Star team. Bullcrap. Biggest bummer, Ben Brown. I know he's still young and he was vying for the 5th spot during spring, but I really thought he'd make a big step here. His ERA is 6.13 with a FIP of 4.09. Definitely more talented than this, but still needs to add a third pitch to keep hitters off balance. And if that can't happen, I think he's probably best suited for the bullpen at some point, where he can still be absolutely dominant. The best bullpen guy, Daniel Palencia, has been absolutely incredible, and the more he pitches as the closer, he looks like a dominant closer. With an ERA of 1.57 and a FIP of 2.62, he has converted 12 of 13 saves. His K percentage is the highest he's ever had at 29.5, and his walk rate has been cut in half from last year at 8.3%. This kid has got some nasty stuff. The team Cy Young, Matthew Boyd. No way around it. Absolutely nobody else can possibly be him. The Cy Young right now. Matthew Boyd, at the age of 34, has a career high in wins at 10, the most innings he's had since 2019 at 111 and 2/3, and his best ERA and FIP in his career to date so far. A 2.34 ERA and a 3.17 FIP. Hopefully he can continue this throughout the rest of the year. He has been absolutely stellar. The team MVP is PCA. Pete Armstrong has 25 home runs, 67 runs, 71 stolen bases, or 71 RBIs, 27 stolen bases, and an OPS of 847 with a WRC plus of 133 and a WAR of 4.9. His defense has been just as amazing as his offense. And most important to the current team is Kyle Tucker. No ifs, ands, or buts. King Tuck probably hasn't had quite the stats that a lot of people would expect when you first look at them so far. I assure you, I don't think any of these guys would be hitting the way they are if Kyle Tucker wasn't on this team. With Hap's struggles, Kyle has kind of had to be the leadoff man half the time and help set the table. He has an OPS of 882 with a WRC plus of 146, and Tucker has made it so guys like Bush, PCA, and Seiya can do more of just being them and not being the main man. They've all been able to relax and just be great. This lineup doesn't work nearly as well without King Tuck, and so this is now my plea to him and to Tom Ricketts and Jed Hoyer. Keep Kyle Tucker in Chicago. The trade wish list is starting pitcher 1, starting pitcher 2, third base and bench help. I think those are equally as important and can be together as 3, and relief pitcher 4. I think we need all of them, though. This team is a very unique team in the fact that it has some glaring holes, but it's still really good. That says a lot about the makeup of the team, the leadership, both the managerial leadership, coaching leadership, and the player leadership. But they definitely have some glaring holes. The talent isn't quite as high as you want with the starting pitchers on the back end or the middle. And I love Matt Shaw. I have talked over and over and over. Willie Castro is a guy I would love to get, but I'm not sure that the Twins are going to be trading. So what about Maikel Garcia with the Royals? It seems like that they are going to be. I don't think that it's worth giving up what we got to give up to get Suarez. From what I hear and what I've read, it's going to take a lot to get Suarez, and I just don't understand that. He's a rental player who's older. I get that he's had an excellent season. I also get that there's a lot of teams that need third base help. So what about Maikel Garcia? I like that idea as well if we cannot get Willie Castro, and let Matt Shaw continue to have some at-bats and keep plucking away. Guys, remember, last year at this time, PCA didn't look anywhere like he did at the end of last season, let alone where he is now. He hit really well in the second half. So did Miguel Amaya. Don't sleep on what Matt Shaw can do. I'm not promising it. I'm just saying there's a track record that the Cubs have and the coaches have with these young guys and getting them out of their funk and getting them more confidence. I think that can happen, and I love the idea of getting somebody who can supplement that and complement that and take some of the main at-bats against lefties and even tough righties off of his shoulders so that he's not pressing. There's three guys specifically that keep coming up with Pittsburgh. Mitch Keller, David Bednar, and Ke'Bryan Hayes. I don't understand Ke'Bryan Hayes. I get that he plays really good defense. I think that he's won a Gold Glove, if I remember right. But he's on an 8-year contract for $70 million. And he hits... His OPS this year is 20 points higher than Matt Shaw's right now, guys. Does that make any sense? To pay a player as much as he does? Matt Shaw's playing great defense, too. I don't know why people are acting like he's not contributing to the team, because he is. And it doesn't make sense to trade for a guy for great defense when we already have somebody who's like that, making a whole lot less money. And that there's more progress to grow. Ke'Bryan Hayes had one good year. That's it. This is his 5th year, and he's had one good year. That's it. There's no reason to believe that he's going to come to Chicago and just start crushing the ball. There's just not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they know something that I don't. I just don't see it as I look at the numbers and I go back and look at some of, like even watching him, he looks just like Matt Shaw does. Like he's pressing and he's trying too hard and he's not comfortable. But he's a whole lot older. Not that he's old by any means. But he has a whole lot more experience under him. It just doesn't make sense. The other two guys, I would absolutely love for us to trade for. We'll talk more about those as we get more rumors. I'm excited about what we could possibly get. Here's a hoping. Fantastic. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to join our Facebook group at Clark and Addison, Born Into the Ivy, and our Instagram group, and follow us on Twitter. Leave some posts or comments in there about what you'd like to hear or what you thought about today's episode. However you subscribe to your podcast, please like and subscribe to Clark and Addison, Born Into the Ivy, so that you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. Also, if you feel so inclined, please make sure to leave a 5-star review and leave me some comments. If you are enjoying this podcast, make sure to tell and share it with any of your friends who might be Cubs or just baseball fans. Have a great day, and let's go Cubs. Paisley, send them home.
Go Cubs, go!
Living on the water, counting bases last summer.